Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's the Empress here, and I want to say thank you guys so much for supporting me on this new journey. It means so much to me, so thank you. And in today's video we're going to be taking a look at our chakras, and we are going to do a pick a pile reading to look at which specific ones you may need to look at, and I'll share some tips and tricks about how to get the energy flowing again. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the pile selection. Okay guys, here we are with our pile selection, and we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Go ahead and really take a minute and take a few deep breaths. Pause the video if you have to, and focus on your chakras. Focus on the energies that you need to clear. Be open to receiving the messages that you need to hear. And when a pile draws you in, you can go ahead and go down in the description box below. I will have the timestamps for the beginning of each reading if that's the way you would like to do it. So let's go ahead and get right into pile number 1. Hello, my beautiful group number 1. Thank you for tuning in today. Let's go ahead and get into some chakra alignment energy here. We have a piece of raw amethyst. Let's go ahead and see what kind of energies are playing out right now. Okay, so we have 2 planets. Yes, 2 planets, Saturn and Pluto, and then we also have Aries and Air. So initially what I'm getting from this is that you guys are making like your dreams a reality right now. So let's see, we have golden memories. Okay, floating memories and release. So you guys have a very overactive or underactive solar plexus energy. You may have problems with self-esteem. You may have problems with confidence. And I'm feeling that you guys are very driven and very intellectual, especially with this Aries and Saturn energy here. They're both kind of like a more strict type nature. And then we have Pluto over here, which is also, Pluto rules Scorpio. So it's a very intense, it's like a very intense drive that you guys can tap into. And I do feel that it is, I'm feeling an underactive vibe from this, and I do feel that this is related to childhood or related to an upbringing of some sort. And then with this release card here, I feel like there's also maybe a disconnect between your solar plexus and your heart chakra, and that may be what is holding you back from being able to fully release whatever the situation may be, release your past, especially with 2 memory cards And you know, all the chakras connect in your body, and it starts at the bottom, and it's the root chakra, the sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart, and the bottom three are the more physical of the three, which Aries is a very physical sign. And you don't have to be an Aries. This is just the overall energy for this reading. Finding a passion, I'm also seeing, is going to be something that really helps you boost that confidence and self-esteem. Finding a release, a healthy release that inspires you, because through inspiration comes knowledge, and through knowledge comes confidence. Okay, let's see what else we have here. The Devil. So some Capricorn energy. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and the Hangman in reverse. Okay, so you guys might be dealing with an addiction of some sort. And this doesn't necessarily have to mean like a physical addiction, although with the Aries energy and the Saturn energy and the physical chakra energy here, I'm feeling that it's more than likely a physical addiction, meaning drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, things like that. But for those of you that it's not, it could be almost like a lifestyle addiction, being tied down to the ways of your past. This could be dealing with traits that are passed down from generations, breaking that wheel, breaking that cycle. We also have the Eight of Cups in reverse, and this is indicating that you are stuck, you know, not moving forward. You're not moving in the direction you need to be. And then with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, this is also this is like a very impatient energy, along with the Hangman in reverse. It is also a very impatient energy and a very almost tunnel vision, like you're not seeing how everything is connected. And so some things that you guys, okay, so dealing with the physical chakras, which is the root, sacral, and solar plexus. And then the heart chakra is actually the chakra where the spiritual and physical chakras meet. So I do feel that this is whatever this is for you guys, whatever this devil energy is, this addictive energy is that you guys have. It's rooted. It's deep rooted, and it stems from, like, I really feel that it stems from childhood, and it's causing you to almost, it's like you're taking the easy way out. And with this Saturn energy coming in, it's like, no, no, no. You got to work for it. You know, Saturn is like the father planet, and he teaches us how to do things the right way. You know, responsibility, structure, stability. Again, those physical chakras, the stability of the energy in your body, and the root chakra is all about being grounded and being in the present moment, and the sacral chakra is the physical aspects of love, intimacy, and the solar plexus chakra is the ego, the self-identity. And for a lot of you guys, I do feel like this could be a sexual trauma in your past. And the only way you're going to be able to release this past energy is to face it. And, that's hard to do. It's hard to pull up old memories that aren't good, that you've been avoiding your entire life. It's hard to pull those memories up and really examine them and figure out how they connect to the addictions that you've created for yourself. How do they connect to the way that you, with the Scorpio energy here, how do they connect to the way that you accept change, or how do they connect to the way that you accept death? I feel like there's just this complete disconnect between your physical and spiritual body. Like, you just cut it right off, and kind of drowned out the little voice in your head, your intuition, your wisdom. You just drown that out. Again, the tunnel vision, if you look the other way, then you don't have to see it. And, that's all fine for a minute. I know it takes time to process. It takes time to examine things and really examine the emotions and lessons to be learned in these things. There are lessons to be learned in everything. So, what lesson are you missing here? Especially with this daddy energy up here, I feel for some of you guys, this is a morality issue. Like, you've almost lost a sense of morals. What's right and wrong. And with this air energy here, you know what's right and wrong, but you're scared to change. Yeah. So with the physical chakras, let's take a second and talk about that. Color association is something that is truly incredible, especially even when when relating to anything, flowers and things like that, like red roses. They have a very high frequency, and they're really good. Like rose essential oil, put that in your bathtub. Red roses, orange essential oil, lemon essential oil. That's red, yellow, and orange, all three colors of the physical chakra energy. And these specific ingredients that I just listed in a bathtub, and to just, sit in there and meditate and really focus on bringing yourself to the current moment, because I feel like you guys live the way you live in spite of your past. So, the bath is one idea. Of course, with essential oils, there's so many things you could do. There's the aromatherapy. You could make bath tea bags, which I did. I'll actually show you guys here. I just use reusable tea bags, and there's oatmeal and sea salt, rose petals. There's rose essential oil in here. There's rose clay in here. Oh, and I actually have it wrote on here. It says high vibration, root, sacral, and solar plexus chakra. Cleanse and rejuvenate your physical response to pleasure and desire. Okay. You have to retrain your subconscious to create a new habit. A new way of life, you have to learn how to walk away from the past so you can disconnect the negative emotions that are, not even so much disconnect, but so that you can release these negative emotions that are tied to the physicality of your life. So, something to think about. Meditation would be very good, I feel, for you guys. But also, with this being such a physical thing for you guys, just nature, in this release card, I feel anything that's like takes you physically outside, I really think that if you can find something that inspires you to be influenced by nature, even saging, it's a plant. That's nature. I have plants everywhere in my house, and I've noticed a huge difference since I started my, I don't know what you'd call it, a plant collection. I guess I have quite a few. But there's such a difference in just the energy in my house. Like, it's cleaner. Okay, so do some research, find something that resonates with you, that brings you a sense of desire, a sense of pleasure. This doesn't have to be romantically. It can most definitely be intimacy. Can be very healing if it's intended that way. I know that's hard for a lot of people, especially probably that are watching this particular pile. A lot of you guys probably have a lot of trust issues. And anyway, but if you are in the position to have somebody that you trust, you know, really explore intimacy with you, that would be amazing. But, you know, if not, definitely nature, plants, you know, there's herbs, there's so many herbs. Do some research on like kitchen witchery. I know that sounds really weird, but there's a lot about making teas and using different herbs and plants and everything in your food and things like that. And due to the fact that those things are so physical that you intake them, I think you would truly benefit from that. So if this reading resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know, and I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you next time. Hello, my beautiful group number 2, and welcome. Thank you all so much for joining me. We're going to talk about some chakra energy and maybe some things you could do to clear some chakras that may be blocked. We have a piece of amethyst here. Let's go ahead and get some energy. Earth, Libra, Mercury, Okay. So I feel like you guys are learning to balance the physical and spiritual kind of aspects of your life. We have eternity. Okay, so you guys could be an old soul. Confusion. This is lost in our own, if you can see it, lost in our own equations. This card represents some confusion. I'm sensing a lot of self-identity confusion. Mercury is a very intellectual, intelligent energy. And with both of these having the sun here, I'm feeling a strong solar plexus vibe, that maybe you're kind of confused as to who you are. We have wisdom. Okay, so again, with this eternity card, you guys could be an old soul. Ace of Pentacles. So you guys are definitely learning this balance, but I think you're kind of stuck. I think you guys have grounded with this earth energy here. I think you've grounded, but now you're not quite sure where to go. And then again with the Ace of Pentacles, you've grounded. You've started this journey. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So letting your guard down, yes. The Tower, transformation, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so you guys may have a fear of change. You know, who doesn't? But you have the knowledge. Your soul has the knowledge. Let that guide you. on this new journey. I see you guys are letting your guard down. You guys are feeling more stable in yourself, but changing this perception of fear of change. I think you guys are more scared of facing the problem, whatever this problem may be in your life right now. I feel like there's something that you are running from, and that's what's causing this confusion, this kind of self-identity crisis that I feel you guys have going on. Especially with this wisdom card, with there being two people in this card, and then with, I feel like who you are and what you say are two different things. That's where the self-identity crisis may be coming in. And it may be hard for you to speak your truth. It may be hard for you to speak of the dramatic events in your life, hard for you to let your guard down and still be able to stay grounded. But I do feel that you guys have this new awareness that is gonna kind of just lock this stability, this root chakra, lock this root chakra right in place, so that you can continue to work up and continue to balance. But again, I feel like you guys are kind of turning your back on something right now, on a part of who you are. Also, this Tower card speaks of having, to knock down the old to rebuild, and with the background being yellow again, excuse me, you may have to really work at knocking away some pieces of yourself that are no longer necessary, and you may be in a sense of confusion of what those parts really are and what parts you need to let go of. And I'm really getting this you need to let go of looking back. Who you were and who you are meant to be are completely different people. Massive change happens in the universe every day, and this affects you as well. You are, I don't know how well, I know you can't see it that well, but with this Nine of Swords, there's kind of a yellow hue over here. Like the sun is shining on this side, and then it's dark on this side, and she's running towards the sun but looking behind her. And I feel like you kind of have to look this, right in the eyes. And I feel like you know that. And again, that's where this confusion, this self-identity crisis is coming in, because you know what part of your life you keep looking at, and you know what part of your life is holding you back. But I feel like you're not letting go of this specific Let me just... Also, I feel like you guys are learning a balance with this Libra energy here, a balance between your divine feminine and divine masculine. I feel like you're really learning how to balance that out. But I feel like it's this letting your guard down part that's really slowing your process to being able to look forward and be excited about the future and be able to, you know, create the future you want instead of creating the future that you're scared of. Okay, so your focus is on the wrong aspect. I feel I'm feeling a strong sense of like law of attraction vibe with this wisdom card again. It's blue in the background, and blue represents the throat chakra. And I feel like you guys do have a very strong almost like magician type energy. Like you guys are very good at manifesting, but if you don't know what you want, then if you're confused about what you want, or you're letting fear hold you back, then you're not manifesting where you know you need to be. You're manifesting more of that fear and more of that anxiety, because that's where your focus is. Okay, so I feel like you guys are really on the right path. I think you have really learned how to ground yourself. I think you guys have come into a much more stable energy. But this confusion that you're sensing is I feel necessary for this change to happen. I feel like you guys, again, you are letting your guard down, but you know, you got to knock it all down in order to rebuild. You can't just pick and choose how you want to rebuild it. You can't, you know, it's like Jenga. You can't take pieces out of the middle and put them on top and expect the structure to be sound. So I would recommend for you guys doing like some automatic writing, doing some anything that makes you focus, any kind of focusing activity, anything that makes you have to draw your attention into it in order for it to work. So you can kind of retrain your subconscious to keep its attention so that you can see more clearly where you're supposed to be going, if that makes any sense. But the automatic writing, I suggest this because when you truly, and all you need is just a notebook, it doesn't matter, and you can, you know, you can initially start it as a journal or a diary, and once you start writing your emotions, a lot of times it's just kind of like word puke on the paper, especially when you don't have to actually vocalize it with the throat chakra. It's a lot easier because your hand, already knows how to make these words that your brain is actually thinking. So once you get into this automatic writing, go back and read it, because I can guarantee there will be parts in there that either you don't remember writing, or when you read it, it's just going to just click. It's just gonna hit you right in the face where this problem is, okay? And everything will become so much clearer to you. So this is what I have for you guys, group number 2, and if this resonated, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know, and I thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you guys next time. Hello, my beautiful group number 3, pile number 3. We're here today to look at some chakras that may be affecting our energy flow. We have this beautiful piece of amethyst here. Let's go ahead and get into this and see what kind of energies you guys have going on. Water, Pisces, and Capricorn. Okay, so this might be kind of an emotional situation going on here. Let's see. Rest. Okay, so I'm getting this sense of like almost like a toxic okay, almost okay, you guys, this could be dealing with a karmic cycle. That is coming to an end. We have the Rest card here, and I feel you guys may be very ungrounded and very disconnected romantically. Let's see what else we have here. Purity. Yes. Okay, so definitely you guys are with this water and purity card. Okay, so for some of you guys, this could be healthcare. You could need to cleanse your body. Capricorn energy could be dealing with an addiction. Pisces energy, you could be dealing with kind of like a misconstrued perception. But right now it's time to, rest and cleanse. Now it's time to heal. And we have the moon. Okay, so the moon, well, okay, so this is Luna. I'm sorry, but this speaks all about emotions and intuition and this could be for some of you guys dealing with a maternal figure, a Cancer sign. The moon rules, or Cancer rule, the moon rules Cancer. There's 2 moons here, and water, which Cancer is a water sign. So this could have a lot to do with either a family situation that could be kind of a toxic situation or an emotional situation. an emotional situation that causes an addiction, maybe. But again, it's time to rest that root and that sacral chakra. It's time to rest that emotion and really cleanse yourself. And you notice, in this card, she's actually walking out of the waters, so that's really interesting. It's almost like oh, look at this. In this particular card, the sacral chakra is very illuminated all the way up to the heart. So again, relationships and emotions need to rest. They need to be cleansed. And after that cleanse, I feel you will come into a much stronger sense of knowing, a much stronger sense of intuition, especially with, again, we have the moon and we have Pisces, and Pisces is like a dreamy, mystical, magical almost type energy. And but on okay, guys, so really resting and cleansing your sacral chakra is the biggest message I'm getting. And I feel like in turn you will be able to progress much more rapidly through working through your chakras. Let's see what else we have here. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So yes, losing control of emotions. This could also be with this Capricorn energy. This could be Capricorn and Pisces energy. Almost like a okay, so for one, you guys should drink more water to heal and purify and cleanse your body. Spiritual baths and showers are a wonderful thing. If you have not looked into them, you should. Essential oils, herbs, and spices that you probably already have in your kitchen. You know, learn what works for you. Salt, here we have the pink Himalayan salt. I have it right here, and this lamp back here is salt. We have selenite here. Crystals would probably be something that truly resonates with a lot of you guys, especially with this being such an emotional situation here. Crystals kind of absorb energy, so this could really help you cleanse that emotional energy by working with crystals. Even you can even put those in baths, because I do feel like water is something that would be very beneficial for you guys. We have the Page of Cups, and then the King of Wands and the Three of Wands in reverse. So I do feel that for you guys, this really made you lose your passion for life. Again, your sacral chakra. It made you lose your intensity, your fire. Kind of put your fire out. lack of inspiration, lack of direction, almost reckless type energy I'm getting here. So you guys are very, very ungrounded, very unstabilized. I feel like you guys might have a tendency to kind of live in the past. Also check into moon phases. I feel like for a lot of you guys, this could be wrapping up a karmic cycle. With this Page of Cups here, this could be definitely wrapping up a cycle, but I do feel that you guys are very influenced by the moon and the moon phases, and I feel like you guys should do some research and find out, again, you know, even with the crystals, you can charge crystals in the moon. You can charge the water you drink with crystals, or purify the water you drink with crystals. But I do feel that you guys need to kind of go into a self-healing phase. You need to let go of some addictions and emotions to really be able to find your, for one, find your divine masculine energy. I'm feeling a lot of divine feminine energy in this. Again, the cycles, check the moon cycles. I feel like they very much influence you. I'm almost sensing like a lack of courage to heal, almost like a resistance to heal here. A resistance to stabilize, rest, meditate, go within, pull out that divine masculine energy, find your passion for life again, find your passion for romance and intimacy and friendships and family. And only in this rest period will you find the courage and strength to heal yourself. And only in this rest period will you be able to reflect honestly on these emotions, and be able to see the new path. I feel like you guys are starting a new path. Again, closing up this karmic cycle and starting to move forward, but you're not going to be able to move forward until you rest and absorb the lessons from this. Okay, so I would root and sacral chakra for you guys significantly, and grounding yourself is something that takes patience. It's not something that happens overnight. You have to retrain your subconscious mind. You know, again, there's a lot of divine feminine energy, and this isn't like necessarily physical gender. This is just the energy I'm getting, that this divine feminine has kind of taken over and is ruling you with your emotions and not allowing you to connect to the physicality of life, and not allowing you also, it's keeping you, I feel like it's keeping you trapped in your heart chakra. It's keeping you trapped where the spiritual and the physical meet, but not allowing the connection to go either way. So overactive heart chakra, underactive the rest of them. And again, you know, this rest period also signifies starting, you know, starting at the root, starting fresh, starting rejuvenated, root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown is the order that the chakras go in, and you cannot have any of them functioning properly if the bottom one is not, or the bottom two are not, because that's your foundation, you know, that's your stability, that's your stability, that's your you know, physicality of life, really. That's so way too stuck in your emotions. Find the lesson. Find the lesson where you're stuck. Find the lesson. Because not until you find that lesson, until you really reflect on yourself and find that lesson, this is this, you know, could potentially just keep reoccurring until you embrace it and learn from it and learn to create. I feel learn to be inspired, but definitely purify, definitely water for you guys. And the moon phases would be like top of the list. And to rest, ground yourself. If you feel you need to take a nap, do that. If you feel excuse me, if you feel you need to, you know, take a day off of work, do that. Everybody gets so caught up in the responsibility of life that they forget we're only human, and our bodies aren't meant to do the things that we make them do. So take care of yourself physically. So that is what I have for you, group number 3. I thank you guys so much for joining me, and rest. I love you guys so much. Thank you, and I will see you next time.